So the end is coming. I'm officially being told to get rid of my Fanta collection at my mom's house because she may be moving at some point, and apparently having this on a bookshelf is not going to improve the value of the home. So we're going to go through a couple of my Fanta cans, some particularly fun ones, to see what I collected over the years. And it's going to start with the original, which I believe is this Fanta can here from Italy. Uh, what started off the entire collection as a whole. Why Italy? Well, that was where I went. I drank a lot of Fanta there. And when we flew home from Italy, this was left in my backpack. And in those days, you could travel with liquids. So that started it all off and ended up on my bookshelf. And after that, I had to go and buy Fanta everywhere that I went. What else do we have here? Here's an interesting one. In the Philippines, they did not, at least at the time, call Fanta Fanta. They actually called it Royal. But as you can tell by the logo, along with all the other logos, it is the exact same brand. So that is your Royal right there. All right, let's see what other interesting things we have over here. We have a lychee flavored Fanta. I am not exactly sure where this is from, but I'm going to guess Laos or Cambodia. So maybe somebody or I will have to take a look later and determine exactly where that is from. Let's see some other interesting options that we have in here. Lots of really cool ones from Japan. One of my favorite featuring the characters from Monsters Inc. On this can. Another interesting thing about the bottles from Japan is that some of them were actually just these metallic bottles that are metallic but still bottles. So they're made out of some sort of tin. This was a fruit punch flavored Fanta. Let's see what else we have here that may be interesting. Notice that in some countries, instead of diet, they call it Fanta free. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that. I think this one came from maybe Mexico or Spain. I'll have to look that up because I'm pretty sure it is in Spanish. And we have an Israeli Fanta here. At first glance, it might have looked very similar to like a Japanese one, but you can tell that is written in Hebrew. That is an orange flavored Fanta. Some other interesting things about some of the Japanese cans is that they just came in other sizes. So you saw the regular size orange, you saw the metallic can. Here is the miniature can. Some of the larger metallic cans also had the old school Fanta logo on them. Pretty interesting to see that one all around Japan. Not sure why they made those different design choices or why they're so different in different parts of Japan. Interesting flavor out here that I always thought was cool. This is the Calypso flavor. Sorry that the bottle is a little bit smaller or is a little bit shrunken from the years. This one came from somewhere in South America. I can't remember exactly which country. Up there we have Argentina, the Calypso flavor Fanta. Let's see if there's anything else of a special interest along the way here. Probably the most important one in my mind would ultimately be, and again, we're going back to Japan, the melon creamy Fanta. This is the one that made me really sad to leave when I left Japan, the melon cream soda. Really hard to describe how good a melon flavored drink can be. This is it. It's delicious. So as you can see, lots of orange, lots of different fruit punch flavors, and of course the Fanta grape that is what you would find in most places if you're not going to find an orange flavored Fanta. Well, I'll see if there's anything more exciting for my collection as I go through and throw these all away as I start a Fanta collection anew in Phoenix. All right, we have another interesting Fanta here that I want to point out. This one is from China. It is the lemon ice Fanta, which is not just lemon, but ice lemon. Very interesting flavor there. All right, so I found this Fanta Light as well, which I believe is the Hungarian version of Diet Fanta. Another unique flavor there as well. All right, here we have the Vietnamese Fanta. Also another interesting can here. Love the lettering on the top. And then apparently the word for orange is just calm, which I'm sure I am pronouncing completely wrong, but no other name on the other side, as Fanta is just Fanta in those letters. So here is the Bolivian orange flavor, which is actually mandarin orange. You can see it comes in a much more red label, so it arrived on the red side of my Fanta bottles and cans. Interesting flavor for that one as well. There was actually a time where they were making unique Fanta flavors in the US. So here is a Fanta apple flavor. Came in the more traditional US style bottle. I think I also have a Fanta Fanta pineapple flavor as well. So yeah, it wasn't all about orange, simple orange Fanta all along here in the US, but a lot of the time it was just basic orange Fanta, and still here we have another interesting one. This is the Puerto Rican Fanta. You might think it would just say orange, or it would say naranja, which is the Spanish word for orange, but apparently in Puerto Rico it is chinita, so that's a unique find there. Here we have a couple of interesting bottles, the white strawberry and the exotic. Don't know what the exotic flavor is and never heard of a white strawberry that wasn't ripe. I do remember it tasting pretty good, the white strawberry being from Japan, like many of these unique flavors, and the exotic actually being from Israel. Not sure what exotic was once again, but I will have to report back if I ever get a chance to try it again. Okay, two more unique flavors here. Again, maybe it's not unique depending on where you are. So if you live in the UK, if you live in the UK, the fruit twist maybe is not a unique flavor. I think maybe it's available in other parts of Europe. But the Pachanga flavor, I don't actually know what a Pachanga is. I think it is whatever it was. It's a pretty cool label. Cool flavor. This was a limited edition, apparently, so I showed up in Peru just at the right time to try out the Pachanga flavor. I do know that Pachanga is a Native American casino in Southern California. I don't believe there's any connection, but there you go. Industria Peruana. We've got one more flavor here from Japan. This is the classic melon soda. You've already seen the classic can when I showed the grape flavor, and you've already seen the melon cream soda, but this is the melon soda classic, also a great flavor. Rare find in a can. Have to get this mostly in the fountains in Japan, so this was a big deal. Another interesting flavor here from Israel. Didn't even realize how cool some of these flavors were in Israel. This one is called Shokata. I actually have no idea what Shokata is. This is something I will have to look up again at some point, but there you can see it written in Hebrew. This we see here is the Zesty berry. Apparently this was a new flavor in the UK at the time that I was there. Don't know how long it lasted, but I remember it being a very sweet flavor a very long time ago. Speaking of sweet flavors, here we have the Fanta Sweetie, which was a new flavor in Japan at the time that I was there. Also came in one of those metallic bottle can hybrids. The Sweetie fruit, little known citrus fruit, I think, that is not actually super sweet, but pretty tasty. Not sure if this was specifically released in accordance to time with the Athens Olympic Games, or they just decided to throw a random sticker on there, but interesting flavor nonetheless. This is the grape from China. Not sure why the Chinese bottle is wrapped all the way to the top, and it's possible it was due to a special promotion, because if you turn it around, you can see this guy on the back. I'm not sure exactly who he is. Love to look him up and figure that out at some point. Thanks to Google Translate, I have cracked the code. This says, love Fanta, you don't need a reason. And the guy is Stephen Chow, the director of some funny movies that also involve Kung Fu or soccer, Shaolin soccer, that is, depending on the film.